Hello, short one today. Just wanted to get a little introspective on the topic that struggle is a great teacher. So, I've been feeling pretty grateful recently, so I wanted to reflect on my life and comment on what a great teacher hardship is and how I came to that conclusion. Now, not everything in life is going to be easy, which, if you ask me, is a good thing. I didn't always think this way though. To put it bluntly, I haven't exactly had an easy life, and until recently, I've been jealous of that. I was jealous that other people had a quote easy life. I was envious of people who had relationships with their family that were good, or of people who got things handed to them. And quite frankly, what I would crave the most is just getting to be a kid in a world where I was forced to grow up. For a long time, I didn't feel like I had earned any of those things. But I realized that this self pity could not continue on. We all have trauma, and I'm not here to give a sob story. I'm just here to say why my perspective shifted. My perspective shifted recently because I'm the one that people go to when they need advice. Because odds are I have some sort of relevant experience, which some days that feels annoying, especially when I give out advice and people don't take it, but other days it genuinely feels like my purpose. But I think about why I have all this advice, and I wonder where I've been able to pick up any sort of wisdom, and it turns out that it's from struggle. Now, I'm not saying that all struggle is good. Hell, my struggle was far from good. But looking back on it and working through it, I don't think I'd have it any other way. Having to work and go to school taught me to appreciate my free time and to invest my money because I don't want to work forever. Having to pay for school and my own car and rent and all those things has taught me to appreciate the things that I work for. Having relationships with my family break has also taught me how to mend them. I guess what I'm trying to say is that struggle made me self-sufficient. Dealing with things that are more difficult has allowed me to deal with more difficult things. Earth-shattering take, I know, and that's why we make the videos. On a more serious note, being depressed and, quite frankly, having a rock bottom truly does give you a reference point to how well you're doing now. I want to dive a little deeper into that. I don't mean that because you've gone through something worse, that what you're currently having problems with doesn't matter. I think that everybody's struggle is valid. There's a saying that comparison is the thief of joy, and I also think it works that way with struggle. Comparing your struggle to somebody else's is not healthy for the human mind. There's always going to be somebody that seems to be doing better than you, and there will certainly be somebody that you think has it worse. It is okay to have empathy for people. In fact, it's encouraged, but don't let empathy for others result in self-deprecation. On the other side, don't let your envy breed self-pity. Struggle is a great teacher, and it proves that some people need to learn things the hard way. I know that's true of myself, at least for some things. There's a cliche about things being a double-edged sword, but I think that it is only ever used to highlight the bad in something good, and not the other way around. That sort of perspective, I think, needs to change. I think that people should have a more glass half full approach to life, and I think that it would make a lot of people a lot better off mentally. Which is why now I have an entirely different outlook on my life. A wise man once said that the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror for a reason. Meaning that you can look back, and sometimes that's okay, but you should only use your past to focus on what's ahead of you. Struggle is a phenomenal teacher, and this has me wondering how far I can take the ideology of finding the good in everything, which is a mindset that I've adopted and hope to keep around. A bit of a short one today. I also want to cope a little bit about the Rocket League gameplay in the background. It is not the best, and that is because my controller is broken. So I have a new one coming, but I kind of insisted on Rocket League gameplay for this video because it is so short. Anyway, be good to yourself, be good to one another, and thank you for listening to another ramble.
Wow. 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 Everyone's watching this.